everyone's Jackal Wolf back in Skyfactory 4 with another episode of Jackal Wolf's Prestige Run. This is the series where I am trying to unlock the project tree world type. To do that, we're going to need about 350 prestige points. We are on our way to getting the last 250. If you've watched the last, this technically should be the last episode. We got a lot of points to get, but I think we've got ourselves into a pretty good place. Last episode, though, I was working at maybe improving the reactor behind me. I have used the Nuclear Craft Fission Reactor Design Generator by CYB0124. This is a little bit of a configuration tool. I will try to remember to put the link down below in the description there. I believe this is the same one that I used previously when I was doing this for my tutorial series. This was almost like 2 years ago, but it is a very useful tool, and I've come up with a reactor that does not require that cryogen stuff that we can make it, we just can't EMC it, and so there's no easy way of basically filling up our reactor with it. So it looks like it's going to take, well, according to this, it's going to take the 378 casings, that's what we got all the way around, 206 reactor cells, 194 emerald cells, 72 moderator blocks, 12 lapis, and then 2 tin blocks. They must be right in the middle. They're in the layer 5 there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go take down this reactor here, and then I'm going to go start building a new one. I'll build I guess I can't really build the floor plan because each floor level is a little bit different. That's the nice thing about this configurator. It comes up with way more complicated layouts than I can come up with it just using my head here. But let's go pull this down and we'll see. Oh, actually, you know what? I bet you I'm going to need a new pick for this. All right, here we go. All right, so that's all of the pieces. Let's go EMC as much of this as we can. Oh, actually, we'll keep the reactor cells, and we'll keep the lapis, even though we only need 12 of them. All right, so there's the 12 lapis that we need. Reactor cells is 206. Moderator is 72. Oh, and we got to make the tin cooler as well. So let's go grab an empty cooler, and I'm assuming the tin one is just surrounded by tin blocks. Now, do I have tin? There we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? Let's go grab a stack of it because I only need 2 of them. So there's no point in me making more than 3. Actually, I need some more cooler. We'll go make 3. So empty cooler surrounded by tin. 1, 2, 3. Actually, take all that tin back. So 10 can go up, we'll EMC one of those, and then we've got the 2 that we need. And then while we're here, we're going to need, okay, let's make some space for this. All right, so we got 108, we need 206. All right, so that should be more than enough of the reactor cells. And then we need lapis. Oh, I did put the lapis ones away. No, sorry, I got the lapis, it's emerald. Emerald is what we want. We need 194. That's 180, 192. We need 2 more. All right, that looks pretty good. So we're going to start off 2, 3. No, let's go. I'm facing the wrong way. Right, this way. Okay, so that took quite a bit of time, but I'm thinking it should work. Now, this fuel should work with our Len 236 oxidized fuel. This should be our best regular fuel, and it should work in a way that it doesn't actually create excess heat. So, before I do anything, let's quickly pop. Okay, these guys are almost done. So I'm going to snag those two. We're going to bring them back over here. Now, we're going to go 1, 2. No, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Let's empty that. We go 1, 2. We're going to go 1, 2. We'll throw 1 in here, 1 in here. So that's draining the energy. We'll put the Len in there. Oh, wow, that's heating up. That's not working out the way I thought it would. I must have done something wrong. Turn that off. It's usable, but that's creating way more heat than it should have been. Oh yeah, I figured out the problem. So when I redid it to get rid of the coolers that we didn't have, or we couldn't get easily EMC and all that, it defaulted it to the regular one. So this is going to be maximized to our regular TBU fuel. How does it work with the TBU oxide though? Oh, because this hasn't, we haven't turned it on yet. Let's see if we can get this out. Getting close. We can certainly use it. It's just going to take a lot of... I'm going to have to be on top of it, which is not how I want this to run. All right, so that's not going to work. But what about our regular TBU oxide? Yeah, it's still gaining heat, but less than the other stuff. So we're going to have to use a regular TBU fuel. Actually, do I have any of the Len fuel? It's not, probably not. All right, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We can still make this work. Okay, that one is full. This guy is still filling up. Let's put our TBU fuel in. Yeah, it's not generating any heat. Okay, that's good. All right, we can still work with this because this reactor, it's now making 48,000. I think it was 32,000 was the last one that we made, which is still pretty good. I will let it, while I'm doing the in the background time heists and that, I may tweak this reactor a little bit so we can use that better fuel, so we've got a little bit more power coming out of it. But I think this will still get us a long ways away. So I'm not worried about that. How are we doing for time? 30 minutes. I wanted to be done a little bit quicker, but it took me a long time to do these guys here. What we're going to do now is I'm going to start a time heist. I'm going to connect up all of these batteries with the empowered Parabox, and we're just going to let it run for as long as it does. We'll get as many points as we can. And once I get close to that 250 within like maybe a time heist or two, then we'll come back in and we'll end off this season. This has been a fun season. I've been really enjoyed this, the compact skies world type with the boxes. I think that is really, really, really cool. It's been a lot of fun. And it's been challenging as well. It's definitely caused me to play the game way, way differently, especially when it comes to, dealing with all this stuff here. So what we're going to do is let's start this time heist. I don't think there's anything. Oh, let's actually leave this stuff behind. Almost need another chest here. I'm going to put this stuff in. Yeah, I think we should be good here. All right, so let's start it and we'll see when we end. Okay, everyone, so we are back. I've spent I spent 3 or 4 days doing a whole bunch of AFK. You can see we are 249 points. That means we are 1 prestige point away from getting the 250 that we need to unlock the ProjectE adventure, which is the unlock the new world type in the creation screen, allowing a start with the ProjectE mod. So This has been my goal pretty much since the beginning of the Prestige Run series. Actually, it's always been my stated goal that I wanted to unlock that world. So while we're waiting here, let's go turn that on. We've got 20 minutes here to kind of talk about, well, for one thing, how I did this. So I kind of gave up on feeding it from the reactor. The reactor was good early on. I could do about 2 iterations before it would just was not enough power, because this thing draws quite a bit of power. So it's 24,000 maximum off the first run. I think that it doubles is 48. Then it doubles. It gets up really, really high, really, really quick. The most I've been able to do with this sort of setup here is, I think, 18 points before the input becomes so unstable that it can't maintain it long enough to go get another point. And I AFK'd it overnight to get those 18 points. So that's not a whole lot. I can get 12 to 15 fairly easy here with this whole sort of like little setup here. And what I've decided on doing, I stuck with the cyclic cables. I know there are better cables out there, but I didn't want to go through the process of unlocking them when this was working well enough. And then basically I just added all of these, 64, what is that? 640 billion RF batteries, and it works very, very well. That it keeps it continuously fed for the most part up to about 12 is about the average one that I did, because it was about an hour's worth of gameplay, and then I just go in and restart it. It was just super simple that way. So that's what we've done the most of. I've basically got a pipe going into each side of the cube just to maximize it. This first 2 or 3 iterations, it does not take a whole lot of power. It's that 4th and 5th iteration that really starts draining the power. I've never drained all of these batteries at once, but doing the time heist, I've still got bags and bags of batteries just sort of ready to go. And actually there's a whole bunch in here as well. No, it's not that one. It's this one. No, it's not that one. Oh, it's this one over here. I've still got like bags and bags of batteries that are just full of batteries. So that was all through the time heist. I've got a ton of EMC value. I got 191 mil. I only did this for a couple of times, sort of doubling it before I went in, adding it back in again, because at a certain point, I'm just not going to need it anymore. It was just kind of a waste of time. I was mostly AFK. It was one of the reasons I didn't want to show that in the video, just to grind out those points. But once we got this setup going, it was, really, really good. One thing that I had to do here, though, was unlock this bigger room to do this in. There is another room. Actually, I got to go back to get to my reactor room. This hasn't really changed, but I did unlock this giant compact machine by doing the compact worlds. We did the pristine wither matter. I wanted to do that so I can unlock that 11 by 11 world. It was fairly simple. I just used one of the smaller rooms and basically made myself a wither data module and killed 5 or 6 or however many it took to make it not self-aware, the basic one. And then from here, I just ran a simulation chamber with like a whole, there's 4 stacks and a little bit of the, actually it's still running here in the background. So I just threw a whole bunch of this polymer clay, and you see we've got 26 pristine magic. I actually think I had a full stack at one point, and I don't know what I did with them. I must have thrown them in a bag somewhere. But in any case, that was how I got that bigger room. That was, really, really simple. But yeah, other than that, I didn't really do a whole lot to make this work. It was just a bunch of grinding that, over and over and over again. Here's that compact room that I fought the wither in. This is one that I was actually duplicating every time I went through the, did a time heist. And actually, I've probably got... There we go. We got another one of those. Let's just grab one more. This is something I think I debated whether we could do it or not. Let's pop into this guy here, and we're going to go throw down that energy cube. We're going to go back out, and then we're going to use this guy here. Go in there. Oh, unused. See, it's actually another room. So we could have been duplicating these rooms pretty much not right from the start, but right from when we had our Parabox. And we could have like so many rooms just by duplicating them. I thought that was really, really cool. Somebody had mentioned that they thought that these would have been just separate gateways to the same dimension. But it looks like it works out differently. Like it is a completely separate room from the one that we were in. So I mean, I think that was really, really cool. But anyways, I fought the Wither in there, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Let's go head back over here. Still got 13 minutes, so that's not too bad. This is actually speeding. It says 100%, but it's not quite that. I think it's a little bit quicker than that. One thing that I do want to talk about is next season, because once we unlock this ProjectE world type, that's pretty much my stated goal. But I can't just leave it there. I got to play at least one season doing it. So I've mentioned it last episode. I'll mention it again. What I think we're going to try to do is we're going to go after the Skylight Forest. We're also maybe going to go after the There Is No Spoon, which is the Matter Overdrive Android. And I really want to do the Tinkering with Portals. And I should have one prestige point available. I can do the portals right away. And then we got to do 3, 7. So I'm going to need 6 additional points. So I'm going to have to at least make or do I let this run and get those extra points that way? No. There's the added goal for the next season is we're going to go and unlock the Twilight Forest. We'll unlock the Android, and then we'll also unlock the portal thing. I think that's going to be really, really cool. That and, play around in the Project Tree world type, which I am actually really, really interested in trying out. It's been a long, long process. It's been over a year in real time, 5 seasons, 18 episodes each. Yeah, so that is 90 episodes just to get to this point. It's over 90 hours I put into it as well, basically doing, the different seasons. And I did have to sort of redo everything from scratch pretty much every single time, but unlocking the prestige stuff has given me quite a bit of advantage. So, the biggest one or some of the best ones, I think, was the food bank. That permanent saturation has helped me in so many situations ever since we unlocked it. I think that was a really, really good one. Fast forward, that was another good one to go after. That gives us the bag at the beginning with not all of them, but the majority of the early game stuff. I think that was really, really good. The hopping bonsais and the ore excavation, definitely worth it as well. And yeah, actually, there's a lot of stuff that we could unlock. Maybe if we ever do a season 7, because next season will be season 6. We'd go that. We'd see maybe what else we can do if we run out of time. I got a feeling the Twilight Forest is going to be a big chunk of it. I think that might be. So unlocking it, I think early on is going to be a big, huge deal. So we'll play around with that. We'll see how that one goes. And, maybe I might have to unlock, a yellow mulch or something like that as well, just to speed up our resources early game, stuff like that. But looking forward to doing that. 10 minutes. All right. So what else can we do for 10 minutes? I don't want to just sit there because I know I'm about half hour on the first half of this episode. So I don't want to get too long into it. But I do think what we'll do is once we get that point, we'll unlock it. We'll pop into a brand new world with the project tree. Take a quick look at that so we know what we got to kind of what we're in for. Because it looks like a really cool world from the thumbprint. So I guess while we're at it, I should talk about some other stuff that's happening on my channel right now. So I am in the middle of a SMP server Let's Play video style where I'm trying out a new sort of animation intro thing that I'm really, really happy with. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I don't know, I think it's something different. It's something new to kind of play around with to try and get the more vanilla stuff out there. You guys really, really like my modded stuff. I appreciate that. I love modded Minecraft. But every now and again, I like playing, on the server with a lot of different people. I think that is a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, episode 1 came out on the weekend. It's actually kind of bumped this. I was kind of doing both of these at the same time, and one was definitely taking up a lot of time from the other. So I don't know. Yeah, I have a lot of fun. I've kind of committed myself to 6 to try to get a feel to see if people like it or not. But it's kind of like a animated web series. So I don't know, a web comic, I guess is probably a better way of explaining it. So anyways, let's, you know what, we'll probably just jump ahead because I don't know what else to talk about for 8 minutes. Well, we got really nothing else to do. Okay, so we are down to about 35 seconds left on this prestige run, this final prestige run of season 5. I am super excited to get into the project tree world type. So let's see how this goes. I'm really curious to see how this is going to look. I'm curious about next season, how it's going to play out. Thank you guys for watching this season. I know there's a lot of you that's been watching right from season 1. I really do appreciate it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know what I'm going to do after season 6, though. We'll have to come up with some other thing, maybe even a different mod pack or something like that. So here we go. Loop off. And there we go. So prestige, 252 prestige points. ProjectE Adventure. We're going to click on that. And let's go start up that world. There we go. Project Tree. You know what I was thinking when I was thinking about this? This isn't the world type I was thinking of. It was this observatory world type with the whole sort of astral sorcery structures and all that. So in my head, this was the world type that we would be going for. But no, this is Project Tree. You start with the table. It is unlocked, though. So what are we going to call this? No, this is going to be a test. We're just going to test this out. I'll start brand new, fresh in the next one here. So we're going to go test world and then prestige enabled, create new world. And there we go. We start off with a transmutation table. We can put that up there. We can't do we can do the toasted bread. We can do the coffee, do the torch. Don't want to do the storage bag. We'll throw that advancement book up there. Look at that. We got 7,000 EMC right off the bat. But like I said earlier, storage bag, that gets us a lot of stuff. Actually, we can EMC so much of this stuff starting out. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to playing around with this. Actually, we could probably get a piece of wood early on, EMC that, build on our platform, really quick. So anyways, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying this series. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun, doing this content, creating this series and that. I really appreciate all you guys watching this series out there. If you've enjoyed this series, though, and you haven't already, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Jackal Wolf. Also, check out the description below. There will be a link to my Discord page. Oh, there's a piece of dirt under that. That's interesting. I would love it if you guys stop by to say hi, as well to be a link to my Patreon page. If you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this content you want to support, stop by, check it out. There are a lot of great perks out there for all of my supporters. But that is it. I'll see you guys next time. Good. Oh, look at that. Bye. There we go.